Good afternoon, folks. It is Say What Saturday, and it is Oh No You Didn't, and it is August 31st, and it's the last day of August. And I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War, and Manny Vitale's Wolfpack. And of course, as always, we have Thing. There's Thing. And what else we got going on? Well, I was going to wait for her to sit down. But of course, we've got OG in the house too. There you go. Where Thing goes, OG goes.
We're very close that way.
Yeah. But how the heck you guys doing, man? It has been hot in Detroit, Michigan. It's been very hot and humid
Motorcycle though?
and sticky. It was hot. What was that word I made up? It was hot, sticky, and muggy. It was like hasta muggy. Hasta muggy. It is hasta muggy here in Detroit, Michigan. And what else we got going on here? You know what? I know.
Cousin Tony's on.
Cousin Tony is on, and actually, Cousin Tony, I'm going to be seeing your mom because she's staying with my mom. So I am looking forward to seeing Aunt Sandy because I have not seen Aunt Sandy in a very long time. So I wish you were here too, cuz, but you know what? Soon. And since we have everyone's attention, Cousin Tony, today, you know what we're going to be talking about?
Anything we want to?
I was going to say, I don't have a clue.
Okay.
So
That means anything.
yeah, it's going back to this hot weather though, man. I tell you what, working over at Wolverine Harley, had an event today, nice turnout, and great days, man. You got a lot of beautiful bikes and a lot of awesome people. So we are going to be closed now for those people in Michigan, to all those who in the Clinton Township area who are bikers. We were open Sundays. We are now going to be closed through fall, winter, up until spring. But yeah, it was a nice turnout, and yeah, it was definitely hot, man. I tell you, people say, "Oh, yeah, this is just the beautiful weather," which it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had people say, "Oh, you must be doing a lot of riding." It's like, no. When it's 90 degrees, when it's 80 whatever degrees, with 100% humidity, you'll see some people out there, but you're not going to see this guy out there.
Wait a minute. Didn't you ride today?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. See, the sun did something to the head. But no, I mean, we'll get out there, but a lot of, and but I just remember you're sitting on an engine. That you're sitting on a freaking engine at 100 degrees. Then you throw the heat off the bike. But you know what though? It's, if you love riding, man, that's what you do. Just like we're the same people who are out there when it's 20 degrees, when it's 30 degrees. You put your gear on and you go and you enjoy yourself. You have fun, man. It's a passion. And we had a lot of like I said, we had a nice turnout this whole season. On Saturdays over at Wolverine. And just, I'll hear people all the time. They're like, well, getting close to the end of the season. And, riding season's almost over. Not true, folks. And like I said, I still remember when I got my first bike, my 94 Fat Boy. Beautiful bike. And for the following probably 2 to 3 years, I mean, we definitely rode that bike. In fact, when I started with the club, when I started riding with the club, there's a few of us that decided we have an idea. We are going, oh, I just got bit. Oh, Susie just bit my foot. We decided that we were, hanging out, and we're like, man, this weather, and talking about riding and all that. And it's like, well, you know what? We're going to ride no matter what, unless obviously snow, sleet, all that, stuff. But can't use cold for a reason not to ride. So there was a group of us, and the coldest I rode, it was, I think it was 19 degrees. and we were going down Gratiot. For those of you who know the
Detroit area.
Detroit metropolitan area in Roseville, there is a bank credit union with a clock. It has a time, has a temperature, but it was a beautiful day, just sunny, not a cloud in the sky, man, no wind, but it was still 90 degrees, man, and we didn't go far. We got to the bar afterwards, and we took our chaps off, and I think they stood up. They were frozen, but it was a good time had by all. And trying to think of what else we had going on, man. We had, let's see, there was a few other things, but I can't remember what the heck they were as far as some of the crazy ass things that we were thinking of, but at the time sounded like a great idea. There may have been a few drinks at the time because obviously this was before or when I was drinking now. But as a friend of mine sent me this meme, and it said that I saw this and reminded me of you. And it said, in alcohol's defense, I've done some pretty screwed up shit perfectly sober, which is true. But let's see. Tomorrow, where's my phone? I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had Doc on the other night. My brother Doc from Wolverine Harley Davidson, and the assistant sales manager at Wolverine, just going over things as far as motorcycles, safety, sales, and just going through the process for those who are looking into the possibility of taking up riding. And a lot of very good insight on different things. As far as people come in, maybe for the first time, what the do's and don'ts are. And for top of the list on the don'ts is, well, not top, but we get a lot of information through family and friends. They mean well. It's like, you need to do this, this, and this because I've been riding for 10 years, 20 years, and this is what I do, and that's fine for them. But as myself, as Doc went over, the very important thing first and foremost is safety. And we covered that as far as not only the size of the bike, the make, or the model and all that, what kind of bike, what kind of ride you're going to do. There's a lot into it. Of course, buying a car, you want to go buy a car, you see something you like, that's my style, this is what I like, boom. When you're buying a bike, totally different because, you are the windshield, you are the fenders, that's you. And depending on your skill level, that's going to be a big thing too. Not only the skill level, obviously, if you're a new rider, that is going to be none. And so you got to be extremely careful. You don't want your first experience to be your last experience.
It was interesting. You talked about the rider's triangle.
Yeah, as far as setting up, between your arms, your head, or your shoulders, and your feet, and it just
hands, hips, and feet.
Hands, hips, and feet, and they'll do this properly and all of our sales staff. They're just all the professionals we have over at Wolverine. Well, that's like I said, you're going to go in there, and you're not just going to be getting pushed around for sales. That's the main thing. No, the main thing is to have you safe. And as I've said before too, when you walk in there, you're walking in a customer. When you walk out, you're walking out part of the Wolverine family. And that's the way that all of us there, we strive to be the best. And and that's just stuff that we should do in everyday life. I remember during one of our meetings, it was really cool. We saw, it was a video. It was actually Tom Brady. Some of you people may have heard of him. And just going over things as far as, like for me, as far as his was obviously more towards athletics, but the things he was saying really hit home on a lot of different points for me as far as everyday life. And it's like, with him, obviously greatest quarterback. I mean, you're going to have some people that are going to want to argue just because they can't stand the guy, whatever. But facts are facts, people. And but but he's different, man. When you look at him, you get some people who are prodigy, man. You look at Tiger Woods, who at 3 years old was on, was it Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
And they showed that sucker swing, and it was like, holy, I mean, his backswing and all that, 3 years old, it was like incredible. So people were just born into greatness. He wasn't. He wasn't. He was second string. He was on the bench. He was a backup to a team. I think it was his high school team before going to U of M that was so bad that they still didn't play him as a backup. So that's how bad the team was. And he couldn't even quarterback that team. And he got that fire because if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Quote Ric Flair, nevermore. And but you know what? It's not just sports, man. And with all of us and every day, and this is going right back to all of us, and with dealing with recovery, with addiction and all the things that we deal with every day, and not only in recovery, or with addiction, but just everything we do in life, man, for our jobs, the things that we go after that are important to us. You could enter into it and just half-ass it. And you know what you're going to get? You're going to get half-ass results. Mm-hmm. The person who's there before you, working harder than you, staying later than you, is going to get the job or going to get the position. And because they want it more. And you're going to get people who are going to be saying, well, they only got it because they knew somebody. It's always excuses why you didn't get something when the facts are pretty clear. You didn't want it bad enough. And hearing this, it made me think about our journey, and some people probably aren't going to agree with me, and that's fine. But it's our call, man, when it comes to addiction. How bad do you want it? You sit there and you shed the tears, you go through the motions and you hurt feelings and you tear up relationships and all of this stuff. And I'm going to change. And then you don't. We all go through our own processes. And but it comes down to a very simple question. How bad do you want it?
It's like in the gym too.
How bad? Yeah, in life. That's what I mean. It's not just sports.
How much
it's
work
not just recovery. It's not. This is everyday life, man. And some people, like I said, aren't going to agree with me, and that's totally fine, man. Because my saying is, controversy brings about conversation. And if you don't agree with me, let's talk about it. Because you're wrong, I'm right. I am as professional as they come, folks. But that's just as I sat there listening to it. I just, like I said, I really wasn't a big fan of the guy. And I can't tell you why. Sometimes you just get jealousy of greatness. But then when you look at this thing, how he got it because he busted his ass. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. And he deserves all the accolades that he's been given. And
well, second string, it sounds like you in the beginning of the hockey.
I wasn't even on a string.
Couldn't even fall. You kept falling over. But your heart was in there.
Man, you know what? Looking back at it, he loved that game so much. And now look at him. And for me, I loved hockey with every breath I took. And so bad when I started. And like for some of you, those of you I'm sure don't know the story. I started playing hockey. I think I was in I think it was like third grade, fourth, very young. But there's people that start much younger than me. They're on there zipping around, and I wanted that so bad. And but I was so bad that I looked like a penguin just walking. I walked on my ankles, fall over. Can someone pick up Manny? Boom, fall over the other way. Can someone prop him up against the boards? The boards moved. I mean, but I didn't care. I didn't freaking care. At that young age, I knew I wanted that more than anything. And at that young age, summer vacation, I went to hockey camp all summer. I played hockey. I went to different types of camps, power skating camps where we never touched a puck. We just skate. And I remember talking to my mom. There was a story when two of my aunts took me to practice because my mom couldn't. And they came home and told my mom. And my mom didn't tell me this story till I was much later in life. And my mom, so how did he do? How's practice? Both of my aunts started to cry. Michelle, he is so bad. Everybody, he'd just fall over. They weren't even moving. He'd fall over. They put him on the boards. He fell over. And that was me. And that was definitely me. But like I said, I never gave up, and I did. And I remember too, at that young age, my drive, I was determined, and I remember seeing games, and I remember seeing that big C on the jerseys, and I remember that I was like, oh my God, there's the captain. Just hearing the word and just seeing them play and how great they were, I was like, and I remember telling the team, this was that same little guy throughout the season. I remember being in the locker room, and they handed out our jerseys right before the one game. We got our new jerseys, and I remember looking around and seeing, I can't remember their names, man, but God, it was it Mark Sandora? I mean, this is back in third, fourth grade, and I remember that's how much it means to me, seeing that big C on. We were called the St. Clair. We were in St. Clair Shores. The name of our team was the Sharks, and the person sponsoring our team, his name was Ron Shocker. I remember this like yesterday. He owned a Shell gas station on 10 Mile and Little Mac. And so the full name of our team was the St. Clair Shore Shocker Shell Sharks. And I remember sitting there looking at these guys and seeing, because I think we had two captains. And I remember talking to the team, and I said, I'm going to be captain. And I was laughing more than all of them. And I busted my ass. And I'm very proud to say that throughout my hockey career, from went all the way through high school, I got recruited by Ohio State. And unfortunately, during some training exercise, I blew my knee out again. So that was that. But in that meantime,
you and Tom Brady have
yeah, but in that time, I was captain of 4 different teams. But I tell you what, I said, I still remember that story. He's so bad, but I didn't care, because I wanted it. So we go right back to that phrase: how bad do you want it? And that's anything in life. So when you think about that, whether it's a job you're going after, or not even a job, man. If you're a husband, a wife, a sibling, a friend, and it's just like, you know what, I want to make some changes in my life. So you hear like somebody, he's such a good guy. He's just, what a good son he is, or what a good person, what a good coworker. To hear that, you should be damn proud of that, and to hear that, and if your name isn't the one that they're talking about, you need to work harder. That should be you. And
what's the best is when you hear overhear somebody else talking about you and saying nice things.
You hear that because, and you're not doing it for
the accolades.
For the accolades, you're doing it for you. You're doing it for what's in here, your heart. You're doing it for what's in here, your mind, your determination, and you're doing it because it's the right thing to do. Again, why go into something with the attitude, what, I'll do whatever. I'll do what I can. Then you're going to get what you can out of it. And don't be pissed off at anyone else but yourself. And, I am now finally doing that. It only took me 50. How old am I? 8? Does anyone know?
Yeah, 58.
50. Yeah, I'm going to be 59 Devil's Night. And, because I didn't care back then, because there was other things going on in my life that I thought was more important, like getting shit faced and just doing other kinds of extremely dangerous things. And believe me, I had a hell of a time. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a good time with some of them. Some of them I don't remember. And, but now looking through these eyes is, I will not settle for anything but the best. And that people might say, yeah, you're arrogant, you're this and that. You can call me whatever you want, man, because it goes right back to what I said. What should I do? Come on here and just say, you know what? I want to just be okay at doing this. I want to be an okay, podcast person, whatever you call us, host. I want to be an all right host. I want to be just as average as they come.
Oh boy.
No. And it's not being arrogant, and it's not because of followers. It's not because I want stars. You'll never hear me say, send me stars, and I've had people criticize me, and they're like, Manny, you can at this point get stars now. So I'm not doing it for stars. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for, first and foremost, for me. And if someone chooses to send me something, great. But you know what? I'd rather have someone's name with a comment that says, you know what? Seeing this amazing family, seeing the incredible family members that are in here and the relationships that I have made, this family, and means a lot. You know what? Thank you, Manny. We are a family. What you decided to do, which I said in the past, is why I started this. I wanted to create a family of love and support and motivation, and that kick in the ass when needed. If I saw that, that would mean more to me than any stars. And I mean that with all my heart. And I know some people are going to think, oh, bullshit. Really? Well, then how come you never see me saying it? If someone, now don't get me wrong, if you choose to send something, I would be very honored for it. But no, you're not going to hear me say, please do that. And the thing is, too, believe me, I am not saying any disrespect towards any podcast host, format, show for doing it, because some people, what they do and the work that they put into it, that's their job, man. And not only that, equipment, the hours of editing. I mean, it's just, and I know quite a few people that do it. So when it comes into helping support them, it's very well deserved, and it should be. And I applaud them 100% and support them 100% when it comes to, hey, listen, man, if you send some stars and all that, it would help me get more what's the word?
Well, if you get more accolades,
well, no, you're getting more content.
Okay.
This is going to help me get more out. It's going to help with different things. It's going to help a better show, a better program, better information, better guests. And so for that, man, God bless you. So, I know people.
What's better than stars is on YouTube to, it's like you like it. Go on YouTube and hit like and then subscribe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what?
Actually,
I'm glad you brought that up, because the one thing that, my new partner in crime, Mr. Ian Bick, who I cannot wait. We're flying out there in September to discuss all the logistics on starting our show together. But it's like, you know what? I got Manny Vitale's My Fight Our War. Please, if you
go to YouTube.
Don't stars. Yeah. You know what? Manny Vitale, My Fight Our War. Go subscribe to our YouTube station, and it'd mean a lot. Just seeing the followers come up doing that would mean more to me than any stars at all. So if you could please let people know about it, because it's
free.
It's free. Just subscribe, and it's been around for over a year and a half, and I haven't even been talking about it, because why? I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. So yeah, when it comes to doing that stuff, yeah, please go check it out. This is really the kick in the ass start that I've needed, and I owe that to Ian Bick. At this point, man, it's been since the 20th that the show dropped, and I am very, very happy and honored and so grateful for Ian for the way he did this show. We are at over 31,000 views in less than 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like 12 days or whatever it is. We're
is it even a week?
Well, yeah, it was on the 20th is when it dropped.
Oh, and this is the 31st,
I think,
so
wasn't it?
Days.
It was Tuesday the 20th.
Okay, so this is 11 days.
Yeah, so in 11 days, it'll be 11 days tonight. In about 5 minutes, it dropped at 7:30. So it'll be 11 days, and we are at 31,000 views.
31,255.
31225. So thank you guys so much for that. And thank you, Ian Beck, for that, because of you, your show, the way that we did that show together, the way we gelled and all that. Again, that show was not because of me. It wasn't. It was because of us. It was because of the content. It was because of all that.
The chemistry. You guys have chemistry.
Oh, it was just such a comfortable feeling. And it just, every bump in the road, every twist and turn that we hit, it was, and he's like me, there's no script. I mean, we may have like a little format, like, oh, no, don't forget about this, but that's fine. Just wing it. And, it just shows, you're being very authentic. And so that's what I am finally getting at now. And again, going back to that video, man, and it's just everyday things. If you want, how bad do you want it, man? If that means getting up early, I've heard it all the time. People find out about the gym. Well, I got to work. Get up, go before work. That's too early. Well, okay, you don't want it then. Well, yeah, I do, but you don't understand. I got to work late. So do I. So does he. So does she. So all these people that are here, then okay, it's not being cocky, it's not being mean or disrespectful. Then okay, then these are all excuses why you're not doing something. How about turning that around? Just say, you know what? Well, I got to work, but I'm going to get up. 4 o'clock in the morning is early. Getting at the gym at 5 in the morning is early.
Get to a habit, though.
Then you get to work, and then afterwards, and it's not for everybody, but these are things that you need to do in your life to be the best person you can be. Whether it's working out, whether it's sports, whether it's your relationship. I've screwed up so many, and I remember talking, and it was just like, so we were talking, and we were a bunch of us, and they said something about being faithful and stuff in relationships. And it was like, man, I cheated on my grade school. If Michelle Petrak, you're watching this.
He's still pining for you.
No, Michelle, she is doing so good, Dr. Petrak. Oh. But it was just, the things that you do to change your life for the better, and just pushing yourself in any way that you can. And not only that, man, but you bring people along with you. You take them for that ride. I mean, who wants to walk in and see somebody that you just look at them and they look pissed? They got that frown. They don't look happy. Who do you want to walk up to, that person, or you want to walk up to the one? As soon as they see you, eye contact, there's a smile, a wave. How you doing? There's something going on where, you see whatever it may be. Are you going after what they're doing for advice? Hey, listen, man, I am doing the same thing that you are, whether it's a job or whatever it may be. I am definitely not at your level. What are you doing? What can I do to improve myself? I mean, just reach out, ask, investigate, test the waters, whatever it may be, stuff like, I just love that video. I'm going to go on and try to find it again, because
I sent you 2 videos today, by the way, because one of the things, because you touched on the gym, and not that I want to really promote the gym, but I do, because so many studies have shown that resistance training, not running 20 miles a day, and if you want to run, great, or Pilates, great, yoga, great. But if you want to live a long time and healthy, you need to do resistance training, because not only does it help longevity, but it also helps your cognitive ability. It allays like dementia, all those mental illnesses, those cognitive things that start to decline as you get older if you are lifting weights. It's like, why? I don't know. The studies show that if you lift resistance training.
Yeah, and the thing too with that, and if it's not for everybody, that's fine. Do something else, crafts, any, dancing, singing, cooking, woodworking, any of that, and but just like, working out, I've been training for over 35 years and I love it. And a lot of times you'll hear people say, oh, you're something about working out. Oh, you can tell you work out because they see the physical changes. Obviously, you're busting your ass. You're improving your size, your shape, and all that. But I'm telling you, man, one thing that I noticed when I first started training way back then. I was just, when I just said that 35 years, it was like,
Oh, just a puppy.
wow. And, but I remember the fit, not only feeling better physically. I mean, here all of a sudden you're putting your shirts on and it's like, man, these are a little snug. Yeah, all right. And then, but then, noticing a difference in just your attitude, man. You're feeling better about yourself. And just like when I was training people, I remember telling them, say, listen, within about a weekend, they're like, oh, this is the greatest. After like the first 3 or 4 days, 5 days, they were loving me. Man, this is the best. You're pushing me and this and that. I'm like, you just wait. And I tell them, please do not quit. Believe me, in another week, you are not going to like me. You are going to be some of you may think of reasons to cancel or quit. Just please bear with me. And I said, the physical, yeah, but the emotional feeling that you are going to take on, it is amazing. You get this self-esteem, because I'd have them coming in there thinking, because of you showing me this and this, and which is true, we would show them the proper way to exercise so no one got hurt, when you're lifting. But I didn't lift the weight for them. They did it. These people were in there busting their butts, in pain. I'm telling you, man, when you train and you really train the proper way, you hurt. It hurts. And but the feeling you get after is so rewarding. And it does feel good when people notice, because it shows that your hard work, but they're only seeing the physical part. Hey, for the guys, it's usually, for getting bigger, if that's what they're choosing. For a lot of women, it's either toning or losing weight. And so here you have someone saying, walking up to a woman, hey, you're looking good, you're toned and doing this, and you look fit, you look healthy and happy, and you're losing weight. These are all physical things, but what they're not seeing is up here, man. And I used to tell the people that I was training all the time that you did it. This is your accomplishment. And let's take that right into recovery. You know what? Yeah, you hear people all the time, you can't do it alone. And yeah, I totally agree with that 100%. But you're going to have people going in different avenues. Who's the best? What's the best avenue? What's the best road? What's the best path to take, for recovery? And that's the only answer is you. You're the only one who can answer that. And when I speak of this, I speak solely for myself. I will never tell someone what to do. For me, my faith in God is number one, and knowing that there's nothing I can't get through as long as I believe and have faith. As long as I don't lose faith in myself, I know that there's no situation that I am in, that God put me in, that I can't get out of. I don't care how dire it is. And some people may agree, and some people may not agree. That's fine. But it's all in the mindset. You have to believe that if you walk into this thinking, well, I'm going to do my best, but I don't think I can do it, you've already failed. You set yourself up for disaster. When you walk in there and say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. Not only am I going to do it, I'm going to crush it. This is what is expected of me. And if I'm going to do this in 6 months of time, I'm going to do it in 3 months. Now, at 3 months, if you're not there, don't be discouraged. Work that much harder. That's all. You will never fail in life unless you quit. That's a fact. You will never fail in life unless you quit. And I've quit on myself many times in the past, and it was easy. It was like, you know what? Shit. All right. Pain's gone. All right. Well, now the tension's gone. All these things that I thought were bad are now gone, along with my drive, determination, attitude, were gone as well. So now, fast forward to new me, and each challenge, instead of being, shit, now what? Now it's challenge accepted. Challenge freaking accepted. And going after it, not saying, man, all right, I'm going to do my best, but I don't know. No, I am going to do my best, and I will achieve this. One way or another, I will make this happen. If it doesn't work this way, I'm going to try another way. And that's just the way that we push ourselves, and it'll work. And Some people are going to say, well, I've been trying this and it's not working. Okay. Well, you know what? Again, try it differently. Ask somebody else. I just said it. The only way you'll fail is if you quit. And it's just that simple. You know, just like before, how bad do you want it? And, it does. It sounds like there should be a whole sentence, paragraph, pages, chapters after that. When you say, all right, well, how bad do you want it? And then people are going, well, what's the answer? The answer is you. That's the answer. How bad do you want it? Because it doesn't matter how bad I want it, how bad you want it. It matters how bad you want this to happen. And I'm doing my best to focus that on a lot of different things in my life. And I tell you what, when you start hitting these goals,
feels good. Doesn't
oh man. And not only that, but you start to notice you filter through all these things and you get rid of this, the nasty shit. And then you start taking these positive things and now you're sharing them with people and you're taking them for this wonderful ride. Again, you know what? Stars are nice. Action's even better, so much better. And, it's just, it was a very good, and here I got to thank George at Wolverine. That was where it was a work meeting where just showing if you walk in with this mindset where you're going to be, it just sounds strange thinking, it sounds like I said, I could just see people going, well, what's the rest of the story? The rest of the story is whatever you want to make of it, man. Do your story want to end with, I wanted to be here, I made it to here, and that's good enough for me. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's your mindset. But that's your mindset. Then if that is the case, don't be upset with anyone else. And
if they
don't
surpass you.
Yeah, it's like, well, if they had it easier than me. No, that's not. You know what? Instead of making that statement, how about, they worked twice as hard as I did. I busted my ass, but you know what? What can I do to make it, the results better? Go to that person. If you see something that they're doing or you don't see it, but you see that they are getting all these achievements in life, whether, whatever it may be, reach it. Just like, doing this podcast thing, man. Shit, when I did Hard Knocks with Dan and Donna, he's like, if I could give you some, I'm like, give me all the advice. I know nothing. He goes, well, lighting's important. All these things are important. And I go, okay, such as, he goes, well, I'd suggest getting a circle light. And I'm like, what's that? And he's like, Manny, it's a light in the shape of a circle. It's like, ooh, damn, when did this happen? They got us. Okay, what do you do with it? Well, you plug it in, Manny. Woo! Then what?
Let it shine on you.
You light up your set. You get better view. You get a better set. Seeing the light. You see, it looks inviting instead of me sitting at the kitchen table, in the dark. With my phone. And then I had my phone. This was my first studio. I had it in a tripod. And when I had it during the show, this was a different show. It was a different one. This is the one I use now, but the other one had like a octopus, the movable legs. So as I'm doing the show, the legs started going. So it was going like this. So as I'm doing the show talking, I was just like, I'm still talking. I was like, hold on. I had to prop it back up again. But you know what? I didn't care, man, because it was like, okay, what's next? Get a battery pack. He goes, you know what? Maybe two. Know what happened? I did that first live show with Dan and Donna. Had the battery pack plugged into my circle light. And 5 minutes into my very first live show, all of a sudden, everything went dark. I'm looking at, just like now, and Dan from Hard Knocks in all of his glory. I said, as soon as it went out, like I said, this is my first show, my first live stream show ever. And I'm talking, I said, and I just lost my lights. And he goes, I see that. And I go, I can fix this because I listened to you and I bought a backup battery pack. So I'm switching it over. And as I'm doing it, Dan, to make me feel so much better, he goes, yeah, Manny, nothing like, live TV here to while you're away here while we're doing this. I just started cracking up, man. But it's just so these things that I picked up, and I bugged the hell out of him and Donna. Brad McLeod over at Sober's Cool. I was calling them and sending messages daily, asking, how should I do this? What should I do here? How should I do this? It was because I wanted to be, I see where these guys are, man. Are you kidding? Dan and Donna from Hard Knocks, Brad, Sober's Cool. I mean, these are big time hitters, man. And they took the time and let me come on knowing that I was clueless. I had a story to tell, but they didn't know how that was going to go. It could have been, a 15-minute of, so Manny, welcome to the show. Thank you. Just for, you get dead air, man. Sometimes you nerves, and there's nothing wrong with that, man. You get nervous, but don't let it beat you. Fight through it, man. It's okay. It's okay to screw up. It's okay to, look like an idiot. Trust me, I do it every day.
And you enjoy every day. Every
minute of it. You know why? Because I'll look around and people start laughing, and I'm laughing right there with them. And you know what? So what?
Enjoy.
So what? Yeah, you know what, man? You can record this, and that way you can edit that out. Are you kidding? I'm laughing at myself more than anyone else is laughing at me. So, like I said, it was like a sponge, man. And I'm so grateful for them. Ideas about lighting, ideas about cameras, monitors, microphones, headsets, all this. Like I said, I listen and I see with everything. And I may not say stuff, but trust me, if it's important enough to be up here, it's up there. And doing this is something that is a passion, and I love doing it. And just doing just seeing, and I'm not ignoring you guys, just like I said
Heidi
before.
And Tyler are here now.
Heidi, Tyler, how you doing, man? Thank you guys so much. I'm not ignoring you guys. We got OG working the comments and all that. And I will, if there's anything that pops up though there, she will definitely let me know and we will talk about it. But when I get on these little rolls, I'm like, sitting there talking squirrel. That's me. That's me all day. But that's all right. But at the same time, man, when sometimes there's actually a meaning behind this rambling. And when I sit there and I'll go over here and start reading and then try to answer that, then I come back over here to the chaos. It was like, what was I saying? So please know that there's no ignoring going on. And you know what? We're doing pretty good for not knowing what we were going to talk about. And I still, what are we talking about?
Anything and everything.
But no, man, this goes back to that video with Brady and just showing and something. It's so freaking easy, to start on that path. Now that path is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be an ass kicker physically and emotionally. But that's when you got to dig deep. That's when you got to look up, or that's where you have to find your faith, whatever it may be. And I've said it many times, man. I don't care what your faith is, what your religion is, but my personal feeling is if you don't, you need to have faith in something. And as Tony was Cantrell answered that one time when I said, I don't care if you have faith in a dead possum's ass. I said, if you want to pray to a dead possum's ass, then you do that. And then Tony fired back with, Manny, I'm fixing to find me a dead possum and start me a cult. It was great. But that's it. And like I said, it's that simple. I never said getting to where you want to be is going to be simple. Getting that mindset. Can you get much any easier than this? I want it. How bad? I want it so bad. I will do everything and anything in my power to get where I'm at. And I will not stop until I get there. What are you going to do if it doesn't work? I'm going to find another way. What if that doesn't work? I'll
There'll
find
be many
another way.
ways.
You know, what if that doesn't work? Then I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to start talking to people who are doing what I want to do that are way up here.
Ask them how they
And
got there.
why am I way down here? And talk to them, get information. And then next, you know, when you're here and they're talking to you and you guys are comparing stuff, you're both going up that mountain together. You know
Most
what?
people love to teach.
Hmm?
Most people love to teach, especially if you acknowledge that they have knowledge that you'd like to have. Most people are very willing to share and teach.
Yeah, I mean, it's flattering, man.
Mhm.
I mean, if, you know, I was reaching out every day, every night, man. And you know, Dan's own the show when I did with Dan, he said, "Listen, man, I got your information," and he goes, "I had to have you on the show." He goes, "And you wouldn't stop messaging me." That's true because I knew I was going to do this and nothing was going to stop me. And that was the proof. His own words. You wouldn't stop. And I'm not going to stop. And that should be all of our attitudes. Don't stop. And don't blame others for when shit goes south. It's not their fault. Well, they didn't like me. They like this other person better. That's why they got the job. No, they got it because they're better than you. They got it because they worked harder than you. They got it because they didn't give up. That's, you know, it sounds a little bit arrogant. It sounds a little bit like, you know, and again, you know, this isn't a popularity contest. This is about, you know,
Finding your passion and working toward it.
finding your passion. Jared from Defining the Blacklist was here, and we did, you know, the show that I did for them when they were here in Michigan. We were talking about it after I did the show. We were just discussing all of this. And you know, just how much we love doing it. And Jared said, you know what, it's a passion. And it clicked. I'd never thought of it as that, but I never had something besides hockey that was, and then it was like, yeah, now I get it. Yep. And I have not stopped since. And I've had, you know, some people, you know, when they were surprised with myself and Ian. And you know what, yeah, I would say he's up there. And that just shows how about the person that he is to take a chance on me. You know what? So I am proud of that. I'm damn proud of that because he could have very well just said, "Hey, you know what? I've got my own thing going on here, and we're just going to keep it that way." You know, but because after the show we did there in Connecticut, after the show we sat in the studio just discussing how things went. We started discussing future plans and just small talk. And even right in the video or the show, once right in the beginning, we were talking about you know, being in Detroit, Michigan, and this and that. And all of a sudden, he goes, "Yeah, you know what? I want to come to Detroit, and I want to be on your show." I mean, that was like right in the beginning of our show. It was like, "Whoa, okay." And just talking about it afterwards, because it was clicked that fast. It's the back and forth, and the energy and everything was there, man, between him and me. And it was like, you know, I want to come to Detroit. We'll do some remotes. We'll hit the city. And then, you know, that's when he said, coming on your show. And then after we got done is when he was saying, you know what, let's keep in touch. Let's keep this thing rolling and go from there. And you know what, with his schedule and all of ours, you know, sometimes you say things and I'm not saying you don't mean it, but you know, you just, you know, you're at the time, it's like great show. It was amazing, this and this, because it was, you know, you did a very good job. No matter who your guest was, you let them know that what a fine job they did. And sometimes that's the end of it, where I've had, you know, in the past, you know, you reach out with someone, you're talking to them, and then after the show, there's some back and forth, and it's like, yeah, man, get a hold of me anytime. And then you call and you get
No answer.
voicemail. You text and you don't get a text back. And it's like, yeah, all right, I get it, you know. But you know, again, with, you know, Ian and I, you know, seeing his past and his story and everything, you know, like I said, I am very, very, very honored and to be on this journey that we are about to take.
Heidi mentioned how she was watching Dan and Don at Hard Knocks. That's where she found you, and how then she became a member of My Fight or War.
That's right. Heidi has been part of our family since day one.
Wow.
And Heidi has been amazing with her input and support for so many people. So Heidi, thank you so much. And I remember going back and forth about that show. That was my first live stream ever. And that was my first promo that I ever did. And I have Dan to thank for that because of the way he edited that promo. That it was perfect for my life, my feelings. He nailed it. I mean, just because people will say, I've had people when they saw that for the first time, they're like, how many takes did that, takes to get that to be like that? And I was like, well, what do you mean? They go, well, when you were talking, then all of a sudden you stopped and then you looked away and then this. I never did. It was all I did. I didn't know what to do. So he just said, this promo, you're going to take people like on a journey. I want you to talk about your life heading down this path until just like a car crash, until you almost get there and then stop. And that's going to lead into the show. And I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about, but okay. And he goes, okay, so we're going to do it now. I'm like, okay. So he goes, my face is going to leave the monitor. It's going to be just you. When you see it go to 0, start talking. And it was a one shot, one take. And what you see on Hard Knocks for that promo was it. And again, yes, it was me. Yes, it was my words, but it was Dan's editing and the professionalism that him and Donna, I will be forever in their debt for that, because I love that promo, because when I watch it and I'm hearing my words and I'm seeing my face, my eyes, he caught it. He caught my emotions to the T, man, because I had a shit ton of anger, very upset about, the decisions that were made and all those emotions, and he caught them and he did a great job. So, if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, please go to Hard Knocks with Dan and Donna and go to Manny Vitale, and you'll see that intro that he did. And again, I owe that to Dan and Donna.
It's intense.
It was just,
it's excellent.
And I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it until that day of the show when I went on and we're sitting there and we're talking back and forth right before the countdown. And he goes, okay, we're going to go live. And then all of a sudden there's me. And it was the promo. And I was like
30 seconds also.
And I'm watching this. I was like, whoa, this is, and then all of a sudden it ended. And then all of a sudden Dan pops on. He goes, that was Manny Vitale from Detroit, Michigan. And here I am going, that was cool. And he pops on and from there, we went through an hour and 45 minutes of just bam, bam, bam show. And, again, it was just such a, these guys for helping me. I owe everything that has happened to me. All these positive things are all because of them, and not just Dan and Donna, not just Brad. I'm talking about, of course, now with me and Ian Bick, Kat, you know the list.
Thank you list.
That big that I say all the time. And you know who you are, and I say it all the time. And maybe not just tonight, but when I do other shows, I'll pop up with Kat over at Sober Patrol, Scar Nation. I'll show up with Define Blacklist, Sassy is Sober, Swaggy, of course, Hard Knocks,
Fan and Karen,
the Fan, Care,
right.
All of these. And it's not just throwing names out there; these are throwing names of organizations of people who have helped me, and I remember them all. I've had people say, how do you remember this? It's because it means that much to me. These people affected my life. And again, not to keep harping on this stars thing, but that right there means more than a star, than the money. Just for me personally, again, I'm sure I'm going to have people, saying negative things about, oh, now he's, trying to trash people. I am not saying that. I am saying those people, for supporting them with stars, please do it, because they deserve it. They are busting their asses doing hours and hours and hours of editing. They're using different equipment, different machines and all that. They're upgrading to make your show that you were just on look as amazing as it was. So please continue to send your stars. Please continue to subscribe and all that stuff, because they deserve it. And
but we want you to go on YouTube and
we want you to go to Manny Vitale, My Fight Our War, and subscribe. And then after you do that, please contact a friend. phone a friend and say, you know what? You know what he wants? He wants you to go to YouTube and subscribe.
Yep.
You know, let's just see how many people, because I think right now we're at a whopping, let's see, I think Ian's
35?
got, I happened to look down at numbers. I think it had like 265,000.
Oh,
Yeah, ain't shit. You know how many we got? 94.
whoa.
Yeah, that's right. To mess with us. You know, big dog game around with the big dog, stay on the porch. But anyways, oh, that was which I, you know, I'm going to be going back and forth for that that video, because it just showed a lot and it really got my blood pumping, man. Just to show, you know, when you're going to do something, you're not going to always succeed. You know, you are going to get kicked in the teeth, and someone is going to stab you in the back, and someone is going to talk bad about you, and it's going to be easy to quit. It is going to be easy to say it's not worth it. And you know what? It doesn't matter, because if it matters that much to you, all those things that I just said, they're not even going to matter.
Just make you stronger.
Yeah, it's going to just say, you know what? Challenge accepted. Challenge freaking accepted.
I love that.
And by the way, after I achieve these, I'm going to reach back and I'm going to grab your hand. And I'm going to pull you with me. Even after all the backstabbing, after all the things that were said, I'm going to still do all I can, just like everyone has done for me. You know, you share the wealth. And that's what, you know, that's my plans. And since we're being so serious, did you know the woman who holds the world's record for most prolific mother has 69 kids? Those last 50 some kids just walked out, walked over, grabbed the fridge, grabbed a pop. 69 kids.
It's one of those things, all these funny facts or odd facts. that
Yep,
we pulled
we've
off
got
your computer.
OG.
Be careful.
Went, and it's like, what else we got? I haven't read any of these, so I have no idea what we're about to get into. There are only 4 words in the English language which end in dos,
DOUS.
and
Did they not list them?
they include tremendous, horrendous, stupendous, and hazardous.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian knows the alphabet in sign language.
Okay.
Apparently, keeping up with the Kardashian star
Means sign language
used the
also.
skill to chat on tests with, or no, she used to cheat. She cheat on tests with her friends in high school. Oh yeah, yeah. See that?
Oh boy, is that how you can become a billionaire?
Yeah, yeah. You chat on tests. Hey, that's all right. What was that guy with the world's longest hookups? I mean hiccups.
Hiccups.
I'm just flipping through. I don't even know how many I've passed up here. There's let's see. I don't even. Pez comes from the German word for peppermint.
Oh,
why is
okay.
that in
Well, the Pez, don't you remember the Pez?
Pez
containers?
dispenser?
Yeah. So evidently it's a German inventor.
What does it say? No country is allowed to own the moon.
Jeez.
The Outer Space Treaty. That's why. In case some of you are wondering, there's a treaty. You cannot own the moon.
So don't even start putting your
Nah,
down payment on
you
it.
know, it's how
Somebody
much
tries to sell you the moon, don't go for
Yeah.
it.
Well, how much for that moon?
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what? Here, you want to see a full moon? I'll show you a full moon.
Oh, jeez.
You want to see a full moon?
No.
You want to, you know, see, I got a problem. I got a crack in my moon.
Uh-oh.
See, you're scared. You don't know where I'm going to go.
Yeah,
do
I
you?
know.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go.
Okay.
Let's see. Yard work has killed almost 6,000 people in the past decade.
Yard work?
Yard work, according to the data collected from the Consumer Product Safety Commission's National Electronic Injury Surveillance Systems, there have been over 3.2 million injuries in performing yard work, logged over the past 10 years. 5,964 of them have resulted in death. Manny, can you go cut the grass?
No. And I won't go
Can
gardening.
you go shovel the snow?
No gardening. Nope.
No.
Hire
Why?
somebody who knows how to do it. Hire a professional.
Hewlett Packard was decided by a coin toss. If a coin toss went differently, the company might have been called Packard Hewlett.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
I think I'm going to just let that
Let
one
that-
go.
mhm.
The inventor of M&Ms was allergic to peanuts. Forrest Mars, founder of Mars Incorporated and the inventor of beloved confections, including peanut M&Ms, couldn't actually eat his invention since he was allergic to them.
Wow.
I'm allergic to money
Well, she's
because
not
I can't even hold it. I have none. If you look at my wallet, what's the matter? I'm allergic. See, I'm allergic.
breaks out in a
So
rat.
all you bill collectors, it's not my fault that I can't pay bills. You know, it's just I have no money. Why? I'm allergic to it. The dot over the lowercase I is called tittle. What's that?
Yeah. Just,
I love this. Spicy food can cut down on fat intake. Consuming spices have been found to help cut down on how much fat you take in. A study of researchers at Pennsylvania State University concluded that adding significant amounts of turmeric, black pepper, or cinnamon to a fatty meal impedes the amount of triglyceride, the bad fat, bad fat, that increases the risk of heart disease, taking into the bloodstream as much as 30%.
wow.
I just like hot food, man. I don't care.
Yeah. Pepper. Well, you're a pepper guy.
Oh, this is bad.
What?
Oh, guys, we're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Women's tears reduce men's testosterone levels.
So don't make the women in your life cry.
Oh, shit.
But is it sad tears? How about if you're crying because you're laughing so hard?
Well, that could be that. You know, if a girl's laughing at you at the wrong time, it makes guys cry.
Oh.
Right, guys? What's making that guy cry? You don't want to know, man. You just don't want to freaking know.
She's laughing.
She's laughing. What? What are you doing? Nothing.
Not anymore.
As it turns out, tears are a big turnoff. No. Did you guys know that? Tears are a turnoff.
I mean, if I cry, I can't get my way.
Or you'll get your way just so we'll shut up. A study had men sniff drop. What? Wait. Hold on. Tears are okay. A study had men sniff drops of women's emotional tears. How do they know?
Okay, so sad.
And a neutral saline solution. Those who sniffed the tears became less aroused, as one of the researchers told the New York Times. This was the wife of the husband of the chick. Yeah, man, it's depressing as hell. Basically, we found that the chemo signaling word for no, or at least not now.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's again when the guy starts crying. So this falls right into orgasm, which were once thought to cure hysteria. In the mid 1800s, women who could not reach orgasm through vaginal intercourse were considered hysterical. So the cure, wait a minute, I better read this.
Yeah.
Popularized by the French physician Pierre Brigadier, was logically the it was bad, very bad. It was
Latitillation.
that damn latitillation. So if you're crying, practice the latitillation. Let it go. We're done with this one.
Yeah.
We are done. I'm going to skip the pages here. I think I'm going to skip this one too.
Maybe we should proofread them first.
Yeah, from now on, I think we might read this.
Proofread them. Pick out the ones that are
man,
family friendly.
Well, you know what? I started the show by saying, you know what we're going to talk about? I have no idea either. So, you know what, folks? On that note, I have bored you long enough. It's an hour and 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So those of you who are here, Tyler, Heidi, and
cousin Tony.
Tyler and Heidi, and my cousin Tony, and that's about it.
That's okay.
So thank you three for coming on and spending some time with us and laughing at me and my titillation. And
You're always good for a smile.
we
That's a
will,
wonderful
we
thing.
will make you laugh.
Mhm.
We'll make you laugh. We'll make you cry, but we will make you think
Mm.
one way or another. You may have some tears, and you know what? I'm going to stop.
Just stop.
I'm going to stop. Stop. But I don't want to. Oh, this could go so many directions, but it's going to go in this direction. I am done. We are going to cut this off now, and you guys have that's right. It's a holiday weekend.
That's right.
Yeah, because fall's right around the corner. Football season's here. Detroit Lions going to kick some ass.
Yay.
And again, thank you guys so much for support with My Fight Our War with the Wolfpack. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for the post and everything that you've done for the family of ours. And when they need help, you guys don't have, I mean, there's no hesitation. You're there to support, to motivate, and pick up these people that are now, they're not just, these are our family.
Mm-hmm.
These are people that we love, and they love us, man. We're a hell of a family, and it's all because of you guys. So have a great night. Have a great holiday weekend. Thing says bye. And okay, now OG says bye. He's finally sat down.
I finally sat down.
So OG says bye. And so thank you guys again. I swear to God, really, I love you guys. And I absolutely love doing this. And there's a lot more that's going to be happening in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned. So have a good one, man. And always remember to keep fighting the good fight. Love you guys.